What's going on YouTube? It's your guy Darian. I'm the bow tie fragrance guy, the fashion and fragrance guy that is. Talk about fragrances, grooming, a little bit of style content as well. So if you're into looking good and smelling great, make sure you hit subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell icon as well, so that way, anytime a new video is uploaded, you'll get notified. Alright guys, unless you've been living under a rock, then you have heard about or seen, I'm pretty sure because it was 52 million folks that saw the interview on Club Shay Shay with none other than Mr. Katt Williams. Alright, now I'm sitting there, the interview was very, very entertaining. Katt Williams is a very charismatic and entertaining gentleman, so I've seen the interview at least twice that I can remember. And as a fragrance reviewer, I'm always sitting there, regardless of who it is that I'm watching, and I'm always wondering, wonder what fragrance they're wearing. Now, we get lucky in some instances, it actually comes up as a topic of conversation or during an interview, or of course we love the, if you're like me, you love the GQ 10 things I can't live without, because oftentimes celebrities will talk about their favorite fragrance. So I know a lot of them wear fragrances, but if they don't talk about it, you can leave it to the imagination. So that's what this video is about. I took a few context clues about the personality, the interview itself on Club Shay Shay, and I came up with something called Scent the Celebrity. So I'm gonna give you guys my good educated guess at what these guys were wearing when they came on Club Shay Shay. So if you wanna see what's on the list, what I felt like Katt Williams was wearing that night, and Rickey Smiley, and even Shannon Sharpe himself, then you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it.
The Bow Tie Fragrance Guy.
Alright guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump right into this video. This to me is just going to be kind of a fun video, man. And we're going to start it off, of course, with none other than Katt Williams. Now, if you watched the interview, like I said, which I'm sure a lot of you have watched the interview, he gave a good backstory on his life, how he got started in comedy. And he also has some very interesting things to say about some of his peers in the comedy field, right? And that's what really was so intriguing about the interview. I know how the world is nowadays. We love to hear about the drama. But one thing that I noticed that was really pretty consistent throughout the course of the video is that Mr. Katt Williams had a couple sips of Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharpe's Le Portier cognac. Look, I'm a cognac lover myself. If I do have a drink, my choice of drink is going to be cognac. And Mr. Katt Williams was going in on the Le Portier, all right? So I took a look at that and kind of took some, some cues from his personality. Oftentimes when I see Katt Williams, he's dressed more, what I would say, in darker colors, a lot of black, a lot of navies, just darker colors, right? A lot of rings. He talked about growing up and kind of being in the whole pimp arena. So listen, this is what I came up with. A boozy fragrance. One of my favorite boozy fragrances in my entire collection. If I had to choose a scent that I feel like Katt Williams was wearing or would wear, it would be this one right here from By Killian, Apple Brandy. Right? Apple Brandy. This is, of course, brandy. This is oak, vanilla, labdanum, and vanilla. Like I said, amazing boozy fragrance. All right, it's kind of dark. You have the booze in there. The cognac in here smell like it's been aged in oak barrels for centuries. An amazing boozy fragrance. And listen, when these guys have money, oftentimes they buy something like a fragrance, they'll spend it. And of course, this isn't a cheap fragrance by any means, but I think at the end of the day, this is something that Katt Williams would probably gravitate towards. Something boozy, just like that Le Portier he was drinking all night from the brand of By Killian. This is Apple Brandy. All right, guys, somebody else that actually appeared on Club Shay Shay a few months back is a person that Mr. Katt Williams had a lot to say about, and that's none other than comedian Rickey Smiley. All right, Rickey Smiley came on. He talked about his journey in comedy as well, and one of the hot topics during the interview was the role that he played in Friday After Next versus the role that Katt Williams played. Rickey Smiley actually said that he was supposed to play the pimp in Friday After Next, and that somebody else was supposed to play Santa, but then Katt Williams said when he came in, he did it so well, they gave the role to him. That was kind of a bit of controversy during Katt Williams' interview, but at the end of the day, all drama aside, Rickey Smiley, man, he's known, in my opinion, for doing a lot of jokes about church. He's oftentimes talked about his upbringing in church as well. And once on social media, I actually saw Rickey Smiley applying some Tom Ford beard oil to his beard. So, church, Tom Ford. What do I think Rickey Smiley was wearing? Ebon Fume from the house of Tom Ford. All right, Ebon Fume, this is incense, this is Palo Santo, this is rose, this is Gaiac wood. So it's really a smoky, incensey fragrance. Now, a lot of people have talked about, that kind of churchy incense. That's kind of sort of what you get with Ebon Fume. So again, you think about his upbringing, being in church, Tom Ford. I think this is the best guess right here for Rickey Smiley. Something like Ebon Fume, because you get that whole churchy incense vibe with this fragrance. And of course, it's a very high-end brand named like Tom Ford. And I actually think, because I pay attention to fashion as well, I think he was rocking Tom Ford sneakers as well, because they're the same sneakers that I have. So see, your boy, I'm on it, man. I think I should do this for a living. I should just, I'm gonna keep that idea a secret. But anyway, this is what I would say Rickey Smiley was probably rocking that day, man. From the brand of Tom Ford, Ebon Fume. All right, guys, another comedian guest that has appeared on Club Shay Shay over the past year has been none other than Steve Harvey. I have a funny story about Steve Harvey, and some of you guys don't know. I sing a little bit on here, playing around every now and again, but I actually had a singing group back in high school, and we actually went to Showtime at the Apollo in 1998. Guess who was hosting? Steve Harvey. Just a little fun fact. So I have met him in person. Anyway, that aside, Steve Harvey appeared on Club Shay Shay as well. Very great interview. I think Steve Harvey does really great in interviews. Again, very intriguing. Has some very profound things, in my opinion, to say. But he is also another comedian that Katt Williams had a lot to say about during the Club Shay Shay interview. All right, he talked about how Steve Harvey took some jokes from this comedian named Mark Curry, and that did Hanging with Mr. Cooper back in the day, and he kind of took those ideas, and of course, they came up with the Steve Harvey Show, which ran in the late 90s, early 2000s. But anyway, that aside, looking at Steve Harvey, he loves smoking cigars. All right, he talked about it some during his interview with Club Shay Shay, and also he did an interview with Cam Newton, and they were sitting down and they were enjoying some cigars. And he talked about the fact, of course, that cigars are just very relaxing, right? It's not about it smelling or tasting good because it's tobacco, but it's just a relaxing hobby to have. So what fragrance do I think Steve Harvey would love or would wear? A tobacco fragrance from the brand of Tom Ford, Tobacco Vanille. Tobacco Vanille. And of course, this is tobacco, this is vanilla, this is dried fruits. This thing smells absolutely heavenly. I could really see Steve Harvey sitting in his cigar room at home or out at a cigar lounge, smoking cigars. He dressed pretty, upscale a lot of times, wearing this. This would be perfect for Steve Harvey. So, Steve Harvey, if you happen to see this video and you don't have this in your collection, this is something you need to add to your collection. It will go great with having a nice drink and smoking a nice cigar. So, Steve Harvey, probably rock this right here, Tobacco Vanille. All right, guys, now the next guy that was the most recent guest on Club Shay Shay was none other than Kountry Wayne. Shout out to Kountry Wayne, my fellow Cowboys fan. All right, we're not going to talk about that. All right, moving on to Kountry Wayne. Look, this guy's kind of self-made. What I love about him is he kind of started, just like a lot of us that or into social media, on social media. He started around 2020 when we, of course, were hit with the pandemic. Started making videos and content on Instagram and YouTube, and wow, he's turned it into a multi-million-dollar empire. So when I looked at his style, so that's one of the big things about me when I talk about fragrances and what kind of matches. I look at what you're wearing, personality, and actually what you are wearing. What would really complement this person, and based on things that you see them really promote or talk about as far as promoting lifestyle and things of that nature, what would be a scent that I could see this person wearing? And for Kountry Wayne, it would be this from Louis Vuitton, L'Immensité. All right, this fragrance is ginger, sage, rosemary, and ambroxan. And I chose this because it's a very, of course, Louis Vuitton is a very recognizable name brand. He doesn't come across to me as a guy that would be super into fragrances like that, but would have maybe 5 or 6 go-tos that just smell great and that are mass appealing and easy to wear. And I think this fragrance, again, and based on kind of the his style of dress, his style profile, that this fragrance would be something that will complement Kountry Wayne great. So Kountry Wayne, make sure you watch this, man, and make sure you get a bottle of L'Immensité, and you can thank me later, because I think this will be a great scent to complement your personality. From the brand of Louis Vuitton, it's L'Immensité. Now, it's not L'Immensité, it's L'Immensité. Oh, and last but not least, I'm gonna talk about Shannon Sharpe himself. And none other than, of course, I gotta talk about the host of Club Shay Shay, Mr. Shannon Sharpe himself. Now listen, man, Shannon Sharpe, when he's on television, dresses very well. He presents himself very well in suits and things of that nature. But I don't think in his downtime, because most of the time I'm seeing when he's dressed down, it's a lot more casual and more in athletic type of attire. He's a big sneakerhead. He loves shoes. He loves sneakers and the whole nine. And from things I've been able to gather from interviews and things of that nature in regards to Shannon Sharpe, if he wears fragrance, because he seems like a guy that may not really be into fragrances, but if he is, I think he would just go with something designer that doesn't cost a lot of money, because I don't think fragrances would be a thing he would spend a lot of money on, although he could. But I don't think he would spend a lot of money on fragrance. It would be just something that would probably be recommended to him, and you would probably have to keep it under 120 bucks. All right, so something mass appealing that most people know about, that smells great, that's inoffensive, and that most people think smells phenomenal. This would probably be what Shannon Sharpe would wear, man. Dior Sauvage. Dior Sauvage, man. Listen, Sichuan pepper, lavender, patchouli, ambroxan. Of course, you guys know this is probably one of the most purchased fragrances since the year 2015. Everybody knows about it, but it smells great. And that's why the fragrance became so popular. And again, for a guy like Shannon Sharpe, this is it has that shower gel kind of thing to it. So I think shower gel, I think sporty. Very sporty look. Again, the Jordans, the more casual sports type of attire. And again, not spending a lot of money, but something that smells great. This is probably what Shannon Sharpe would rock. So Shannon, if you see this, man, if you don't have any fragrances, get yourself a bottle of this, man. Do yourself a favor. It's an immediate upgrade to your personal marketability. One couple sprays, couple seconds, and voila. So Shannon Sharpe, add this to your collection. But that's it, guys. That is my time. This is just something fun that I wanted to do. Like I said, I'm a frag head, so when I'm looking at things, I'm always thinking, what was he probably wearing or she wearing at this particular time? Anyway, but it's something fun I wanted to do, man. If you guys enjoyed it, we may do a part 2. Just like I came up with the GQ thing, the things that the celebrities like to wear, something fun I wanted to do. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I sincerely appreciate your time and attention to these videos. I know you don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you are sharing these videos out to some other folks that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darren, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.